Now recording.
Hello, and welcome back to the Fight for Liberty podcast. I am your host, JJ, and I will be hosting alongside my wonderful co-host, Alfie. How's it going, Alfie?
Hey, it's going well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I think we've missed how many weeks?
About a month, I think.
Yeah, we're a little bit behind, but it is what it is. We're here now.
Yeah.
We're going to try to be more consistent. We'll do our best with all that. And as you can see, if you're watching this live, we're not delayed by 20 hours for every sentence. That is because we are experimenting with a new setup, and it appears to be working so far. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
We figured that out
so far so
in our off time. Yes. Is there anything else we need to update on before we get into it?
We're going to try to be more consistent in the next few months, so that'll be good, but nothing like major per se. So we may have an episode next week as well, so tune in.
Stay tuned, yeah. And remember, you can watch us live on Twitch, which will be you'll see the podcast early. It depends on when we're streaming. Like this week, you're seeing it like very early because we're not going to post this till Sunday, and we're recording this on Tuesday. So there's some incentive to check out our Twitch. I think that's it. Let's get into it, shall we? First,
all right, yeah.
First article comes from, let's see here, NBC News. Headline reads, 8-foot python named Nanner blamed by officials for Virginia school fire. Teacher says snake is innocent.
That's an interesting opener. Let's get into this.
Yeah, let's unpack this and see what gems await us. Firefighters battling a blaze at a Bedford County, Virginia middle school encountered more than just smoke. Hiding underneath a desk in a classroom was an 8-foot python that fire officials now say started the inferno. But a life science teacher who took ownership of the snake, named Nanner, has hit back at those claims, saying the fire was an accident and was not hers or anyone else's fault. I'm going to assume Nanner is a female.
Yeah.
Quote, I am devastated for many reasons right now. All of my teaching tools are now gone. Many children will now not have the opportunities that many others have had. 18 years of teaching material is gone. Brittany Jacobs said in a Facebook post, I never wanted this for my school, my admin, or my county.
I heard that as country, and I was so
Me too.
a little bit of a down quick.
I never wanted this for my country. It's just like a fire in a classroom. She insists Nanner broke out of her cage after the fire already started and fled the classroom to escape the heat. Quote, she pushed on the screen so hard to get out that she bent the metal locks. She left the room because it was hot in there. So hot that it melted the tank next to hers, Jacobs wrote. Jacobs, who works at Forest Middle School, said in her post that she went to college to be a veterinarian, specializing in reptiles, and has been a teacher for 18 years. Wow. She said she uses the animals in her classroom as a teaching tool. Quote, in those 18 years, I've never had an animal escape or have any lights/heat emitters cause any fire damage, she wrote. Jacobs and the school did not immediately respond to a request for a comment on Tuesday. Crews were called to the school just before 1 a.m. on Thursday for a report of a fire alarm going off. Firefighters arrived to find a fire on the second floor, water flowing down, and smoke in the windows. The Forest Fire Department said in a Facebook post. Why are they all communicating with Facebook posts? They're like passive aggressively. The fire department and the teacher are just like, yeah, Snake must have started the fire. Angry react. As crews made their way into a second floor classroom, they were met by the python. The fire department said crews safely secured the snake until the owner arrived. Could you imagine like going to fight a fire and just an 8-foot snake is laying in front of you?
Yeah.
That'd be
Especially
terrifying.
with like, well, wait, did they? Was there an assumption that the snake started?
I guess, but I don't know where the proof is because it seems like they kind of blamed the snake because she had to like make a statement that it wasn't the snake. But I don't know what necessarily caused them to think that.
Yeah.
A video shared by the department showed the large snake underneath a desk. Crews shut down the sprinkler system and eventually put out the fire. The department said 8 classrooms suffered water damage. Fire marshal's office told WDBJ, that is, oh, that's the new, that's their local news network. They believe the fire was started after the python escaped his cage and knocked over a heat lamp. Oh, I see. There we go. Quote, the snake contributed to starting the fire, the fire marshal said. However, I don't think there was any maliciousness involved on the snake's side. Dude,
Wow.
what is this? The snake's like, yeah.
rubbing his. Actually, I don't think he'd rub anything.
He just pushes it over just to start the fire. That's hilarious.
Evil snake.
The news station also reported that a tortoise was killed during the fire.
Oh no.
That's sad. Those things live for so long too.
Yeah.
Jacob said she's always had reptiles and other animals, including snakes, frogs, turtles, and tortoises in her classroom. I am a firm believer that all animals change lives, she wrote. They offer something that people do not, and that is unbiased, unconditional presence for anyone, no matter what has happened in their lives. Some teachers are into drones, some are into Legos, some are into computer technology.
I don't think drones fit.
Well, it's like 3 very random examples.
Yeah.
Some are into building Lego sets. Me personally, I like animals. Jacob said she has since removed all animals from her classroom. That is the end of the article.
I don't know a lot of teachers that use drones in their classroom.
Dude, that was a bizarre article, I'm going to be honest.
I guess there's not a whole lot going on at this moment compared to
Yeah, if you guys,
points.
if you viewers couldn't tell. No, I'm just kidding.
And then next week,
Yeah, I don't know. It's
some
really
major
weird.
disaster happens.
Yeah. It's like, it felt like satire almost. With the fire guy being like, I don't think it was malicious. That's just me, though. And then the lady being like, yeah, some people use Lego sets. Some use computer technology. I use snakes. That was madness.
I'm
But
surprised that
moral
wasn't
of
from
the
the Onion.
story. Yeah, it seemed like it was from the Onion. We promise it was real, to our knowledge.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Anything else you want to say on the topic?
Don't blame snakes 100% all the time with malicious intent. I don't know.
Yeah, if you think the snake started the fire, think again.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on to the next one here. This comes from BBC News. Headline reads, Caribbean ferry death toll rises to 93, making it Zimbabwe's deadliest transport disaster. The death toll from a ferry disaster on Zimbabwe's Lake Caribbean has risen to 93, which makes it the country's deadliest transport disaster. According to the state-run Herald newspaper, the ferry had a capacity to carry 90 passengers, but the paper estimates at least 168 people were actually on board when it was hit by a strong wave and overturned. Oh my goodness. A capacity of 90 and they had 168 people. That may have contributed to the overturning, if I had to guess.
Yeah, there may be a little bit on them.
Yeah, I would. As of now, that's what I'm assuming. It says President. Oh my goodness, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this guy's last name. President Emerson. You want to give it a shot, Alfie?
Managawa.
Emerson Mnangagwa declared a state of disaster following the accident, and search and recovery efforts are continuing by divers. The lake, which straddles the border with Zambia, is one of the world's largest man-made reservoirs, supporting transport and fishing and providing a vital hydroelectric power to both countries. The death toll rose from 44 at the time of the accident to 84 over the weekend. How? Nine more bodies have since been found by divers, and a police statement on Tuesday puts the death toll at 93. Oh, I see. So they more than likely died at the time of the accident, and they're just still being found, if I had to guess. I could be mistaken, but that's my assumption here. The bodies were now being recovered further away from the scene of the sinking, some of them drifting towards Zambia, the Herald reports. The Providence Affairs Minister, Marina Chumbo, said 67 people had been rescued after the sinking. But she added it was proving difficult to identify some of the recovered bodies, with relatives having to rely on clothes and other items to do so. Quote, "We are running out of time, and DNA may now be needed to assist in the identification process," the minister was quoted by the Herald as saying. Police said 83 of the victims had so far been identified, 39 of whom were children. A vital and cheap transport link for rural communities, the ferry was carrying parents taking their children home for the school holidays and traders, the Herald said. One survivor in her 40s told the AFP news agency that the ferry had been particularly overloaded at the time with goods, and passengers had raised concerns about the rough conditions. Quote, "The life jackets were buried under the luggage, and not more than 30 people managed to get them," said Itea Maruumisa, a trader from Mola village. Children were screaming, and most of the passengers were vomiting, but the captain did not seem to care. That's a quote. A local councillor representing Mola, named Tite Bushimani, told the Herald it was a difficult time for his community, with children in particular affected. Quote, "We have distressing cases where a child lost both parents and other siblings, leaving them as the only surviving member of the family," he is quoted as saying. The counselor who lost a child in the accident said other families were still awaiting the news of those believed to have been on the ferry. That is the end of the article. What do you know what caused it? Do we have any idea what caused the overturning?
Didn't it just say like weather kind of ish, and it seemed to
You said it
be
was hit
lack
by
of
a
incompetence.
hit by. It seemed like it says a big wave.
Yeah.
So it was a big wave plus overloaded capacity plus incompetence of the captain. It appears. Goodness, what a disaster! That's a terrible ordeal.
Yeah, something that like a lot of components had to contribute to such a disaster. Like it wasn't just like one, bad thing that caused it. It was like several bad things together.
Correct. Right. Yeah.
Conditions.
Exactly. And it says the capacity was meant to be 90 passengers, and they had 93 deaths. The deaths alone surpassed the amount of passengers that were supposed to be on that ferry.
Yeah.
Which is insane. That's definitely a lot of components, but that's outrageous. That's sad.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to highlight out of that?
I would probably say that maybe better people need to be hired to do those certain jobs, because I don't know how and why they went over the capacity. And also, according to what they were saying, it seemed like the captain did not care at all.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if that's it wasn't really clear about what that means. If that means he wasn't trying to save them, if that means he, et cetera, et cetera. But regardless, that's not good.
Yeah. Yeah. Other than
Incompetent.
that, what's that?
I was just saying the combination of it all is a nightmare.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to say, Red?
Honestly, I don't know. It's just I can't believe such. I mean, obviously, there's got to be somebody to blame, but I don't know really who in this scenario. Is it the captain? Is it whoever allowed that many people on the ship? Is it just an accident because of the wave, or there's just so many factors. I don't know which aspect is worse.
Yeah, definitely.
It's all sad. 93 people, including what did I say? Including at least 40 of them were children. It's terrible.
Yeah, and I think I did see it pop up like some major people and organizations were talking about it, so it's clearly something that was pretty significant.
It says it's the largest. Did it say largest ferry crash or largest? Deadliest transport disaster in the country or for Zimbabwe. Broke records.
Wow, the deadliest.
Who should, in your opinion, who should be held responsible, if anybody?
I mean, I guess I feel like if it was the weather alone, like that wave, I feel like things could have gotten better. But
True.
I don't know who was managing that ship. Um, I think they need to be questioned.
I agree. The management, as well as I don't know who's involved necessarily with like allowing people on board, but whoever was involved in that should probably be questioned as well. Because yeah, they nearly doubled the max capacity,
Yeah,
which I mean, obviously a large wave hitting a boat is going to cause problems, but it's going to cause even more problems on an overloaded boat, for sure. That's just undeniable. So I'm sure that had a part to play in it as well.
yeah. It's a little hard to pinpoint it on one exact thing when, like I said, there were multiple factors that played into it.
Yes,
So
I agree.
yeah, praying for these people, the families, the parents of the kids. That's a
Yes, I hope.
tragic thing.
It is sad. Um, yeah, it's a sad thing.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to say on the topic?
Um, I mean, not really. Just closing out. Like I said, I'm gonna keep these people in my prayers. But other than that, I don't have anything else to say.
Same here. I'm in agreement. What are you thinking? Should we try to squeeze in one more, or do you want to wrap it up? I don't know. I can't tell how long we're at because of the setup.
We're about close to 23
no.
minutes. A little under the normal, but
We can probably wrap it up.
yeah. I mean, this one was our first in a while, but definitely next week we'll try to be more packed in our articles.
Yes.
Like I said
There's
earlier.
also.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. There's just not a whole lot going on compared to other weeks and times.
True. Also, this was sort of a test run from the new setup,
Yeah.
and it worked. Stream's been pretty consistent. It's been keeping up the whole time. There's a little bit of buffering at one point, but nothing terrible. So keep your eyes peeled for more engaging streams because we can actually respond to the chat. So make sure to follow on Twitch so you get notified when we go live. It'll be linked. And with that, thank you for watching. See you potentially next week. Find us on all of the platforms in the description. Goodbye.
All right. Goodbye.
The fight for liberty.